tires in the direction of Mr. Keith Rising and Miss Mary Mead. Patty these rise now as they perform on Western Reserve Alma Mater.
Zoom in on the people. Oh, we're live? Miss Bird, we're live.
Oh, we're live, okay.
And now the Raider Band performs the official state song of Ohio. Here is Hang On Monday! Part of tonight's tribute to the traditions of Warren Western Reserve High School, select band members and majorettes are wearing traditional uniforms dating back to the beginning of the Western Reserve band program. We hope that seeing these uniforms bring back memories to all of those who have either worn the uniform or cheered on our band.
He's in the building.
before we witnessed the catch, and long before he became immortalized. They were just kids from Warren, Ohio. For decades, we have gathered here to watch history unfold, watch kids become athletes, and legends get their starts. A spirit lives here. And years ago, two sides of a city became one. And now, more than ever, the world needs to know that we are.
How's your day, Mr. Bird?
What's that?
How's your day?
Not too bad.
To the west side, from Hazelwood all the way to West Markets, we are. From the north side of town to the south, from Redwood all the way to Draper, we are. We are a town that is built on hard work and that runs generations deep in every last one of us. We know what
Yeah.
it takes a community to raise one of our own. This
Okay.
is our story. This is Warren, Ohio. And tonight, we will win. Tonight, the Warren G. Harding Raiders will pay respect to all that graduated from Warren Western Reserve High School. Tonight is Warren Western Reserve Raiders Throwback Night here at Mollencock Stadium.
That's probably about where I'd like to go. Who makes the voice of it like, here you are, Raider? Who does that?
It's this guy.
You were doing that the whole time?
Tonight at Mollencock Stadium.
Oh! I never knew the person that did that. Wow. Cool.
Are the players gonna run through that?
Oh, come up, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, folks, if you're tuning in, welcome to Mollencock Stadium. It's Throwback Night. Our Harding Raiders dressed in the old Warren Western Reserve Raider colors this evening as they take on the Youngstown East Panthers. Raiders getting set to take the field. Tom Byrne here with Jaden Stambolia bringing you the play-by-play tonight. What do you think, Jaden?
I think this is gonna be a good game. Coming off a devastating loss, they need a rebound.
That was a tough loss. 1 point loss, losing on the block, extra point attempt with just over a minute left last week against Youngstown Mooney, the Raiders' first loss of the season. Hopefully they'll bounce back against this Youngstown East team. Youngstown East looked like they were pretty fired up before the game, so we'll see what happens once the kickoff comes.
I don't know. Youngstown East is 1-8.
Those are the teams you have to look out for, Jay. They've got nothing to lose, and they're out trying to. Their goal now is to just try to bust somebody's record, break some hearts out there. So Raiders can still have to stay on their toes.
You're right, Mr. Bird. It's pretty much a trap game for the Raiders.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're up on your feet.
And here come our Warren Western Reserve Raiders tonight. Not quite as big a crowd on hand as we've had the last couple weeks. We finally have football weather, a little drizzly in the 40s. Last few weeks been kind of mild in the 60s, had a lot of people, but now that weather's starting to turn a little bit. You can kind of see it in the stands out there, Jaden.
Yep, the other side looks like they didn't even want to show up.
Nope, not too many people in the Youngstown East stands over there. You might be able to count them during the first quarter. We'll count, see how many we got over there. I think the band out there outnumbers their fans.
Probably.
And the band's not that big.
Please rise to the flag of our national anthem, Star Spangled Banner.
Once again, National Anthem brought to you by the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band, possibly the premier marching band in Trumbull County. Too bad in that wet weather tonight, Jade. We don't get the traditional fireworks during the National Anthem.
Yeah, that's a pretty sad moment for today's game.
That's always one of the unique things about pregame here at Mollenkopf Stadium, the firing of the rockets during the National Anthem. Which means we probably won't see any during Raiders scores either tonight. They usually don't fire them off during the wet weather. Hopefully we'll get enough fireworks from our Raider offense. We won't need them.
You're right. We also have the mascots after they score. They run around.
So we've got our mascots out there.
I believe one of the mascots are your son.
Absolutely. Yep. Tavish Bird. Hopefully we'll see him carrying that flag out there tonight.
High and proud.
Looks like the Raiders are going to take the kickoff to start the game. Number 28, Marcon Heron, set to kick off for the Youngstown East Panthers.
On the kick for the Panthers, number 20, Diablo Aceto. Give to the Raiders, number 1,
Just make sure when they catch the ball.
Back deep for the Raiders, number 1, Lynn Bowden.
Look at that.
And number 2, Marlon Richardson. They're going to keep the ball away from our return men. Kick taken at about the 34-yard line. Return to about the 37. And that's where Harding will set up shop and start their offense. Harding moving from right to left tonight, wearing the black and gold of the Warren Western Reserve Raiders.
If East wants to win this game, they're going to have to play all three sides of the football. Special teams, offense, and defense.
Absolutely. Harding's got a lot of weapons, and East is going to have to, they're going to have to work hard to stop them. Senior quarterback Lynn Bowden brings the Raider offense onto the field. They're going to set up at the 37-yard line. We've got 2 receivers, wide right and wide left. Bowden in the traditional shotgun formation. Opening play from scrimmage gets basically no yardage. Just back to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard or two on that. Looks like we did. Number 15, Desmond Douglas with the initial carry of the game. Lost a yard. We're going to be 2nd and 11. This time Bowden keeps the ball. Bowden up the middle. Bowden out to the right. Bowden down the sidelines. Lynn Bowden all the way down to the Youngstown East 10-yard line on the second play from scrimmage.
This is not good for East. If they want to win this game, they have to stop Lynn Bowden.
They're going to have to contain him, that's for sure. Looks like they have Bowden stepped out of bounds at the 15. It's going to be 1st and 10. Raider football at the Youngstown East 15-yard line. Bowden dugs the backfield. We got 3 receivers wide left. Bowden takes the ball, moves right, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the initial hit by number 8, Elijah Donnelly from Youngstown East. And it looks like we have a player down from East.
Second down and 10, the ball's at the 15-yard line.
Okay, whenever we have a player that's down, kind of come down here to the sidelines. Come down here to the sidelines. Like
And it looks like that might be Donnelly down, who brought Lynn Bowden down on that play. Hopefully he's up soon, back in the game. We'll see. No gain on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 15. Again, Raiders coming into this game at 7-1, losing for the first time last week to Youngstown Cardinal Mooney. The Panthers have had a tough season. They're coming in at 1-7. So again, they're hoping to pull off the big upset.
If they do, it'll probably break a lot of hearts tonight, being senior night.
That's right, senior night, senior football players, senior cheerleaders being honored before the game. Always nice to win on senior night. Okay. All right, injured players off the field now. Looks like he went off under his own power. That's always good news.
Second down and 10, the ball's at the 15.
Bowden by himself in the backfield. 4 receivers out left this time. 1 right. Richardson in motion. Bowden throws right. He is Javar King. King inside the 5-yard line. We could have 1st and goal off of that. We'll see where we're spotted.
Tackle by number 13, Mark Herring, Jr.
Looks like they're going to spot that right at the 5-yard line. They may come out and measure this. Actually, they're marking it just a bit short, Jaden. 3rd and just a few inches.
The good thing about Harding is that they have speed, so they can hurry up and get past the 1-yard line.
Absolutely, a lot of speed on that Harding offense. Harding lining it up pretty tight this time. Everybody in. Looks like we have an official timeout here. This is about as much of a power offense look as you're going to get from Harding right here.
You're right, Mr. Bird.
Looks like number 33, Kayron Adams in the backfield with Lynn Bowden. We have 2 men in motion. And we do have a 1st down. It is 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Bowden hands off to Adams. Looks like Adams gets a couple yards.
Switch.
Oh, yeah, we just switched. She was in here first.
Takes it into the 4-yard line. He got 1 yard on that 4-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Okay, because we were going to switch like I did first, you do second.
Desmond Douglas, number 15, brings the play in to Lynn Bowden.
It might be hard to switch between 3rd and 4th quarter because they're going to know what they're doing. I don't know if they're going to reshow.
Yeah, because I don't know if we know what to do, so they might stay back.
Yeah, because we'll probably like.
And again, Harding lines up with a kind of a power look for them. Bowden takes a snap. Bowden runs right, cuts it up.
Dang.
And Bowden is met hard at the 4-yard line. Again, no gain. That Youngstown East defense holding tough down here.
This is what the East want to win this game, playing defense, stopping Lynn.
This is probably really their best chance down here, where Harding's not going to move the ball and spread it out too much with only 4 yards to go for the touchdown. That's going to help East out a little bit. We'll see if maybe you decide to spread it out here on 3rd down.
Yeah.
3rd and goal to 4. 9:35 to go in the 1st quarter. Harding took the opening kickoff. A big run by Lynn Bowden brought him down to the 15-yard line where they've been since. Now we're 3rd and goal. We have Jalen Hooks split left.
He's throwing it.
Lob past the Hooks, and there's the touchdown for the Raiders. Bowden to Hooks with 9:19 to go in the 1st quarter. The Raiders are going to take a 6-0 lead. Dominic Van Winkle coming on to attempt the extra point.
Let's hope he can redeem himself from last week.
Is there garbage?
22, Michael Williams.
Go on the field for a quick minute. Then when you
Dominic Van Winkle sets up for the extra point. High snap, kick up, and the kick is good. Nice job by Marlon Richardson hauling in that high snap. 7-0 Harding Raiders, 9:19 left to go in the first quarter. There's that Harding mascot. And again, unfortunately, no fireworks tonight with the rain in the area, so we're going to have to rely on our Raider offense to take care of that for us.
Yep.
Looks like number 3, Michael Ramey. Number 2, Michael Lawrence. They seem to be back deep for the East Panthers. Dominic Van Winkle sets up on the 40-yard line for the kickoff following the Raider touchdown. He'll kick off from the middle of the field.
Also number 7,
Dom Winkle does play soccer, and he does have a power leg.
Dominic's been doing a nice job for someone who really is just out for football for the first time. And there's a nice kick that is taken at the 13-yard line by number 3, Michael Ramey for East. He gets up to the left sideline. He's got some room, and he's taken down about the 33-yard line. Nice return by Michael Ramey for Youngstown East. Gives the Panthers pretty decent field position to start this drive.
The East are going to need that field position to help them win this game.
That Raider defense is going to want to come back and have a nice game tonight. They did not have a real good game against Mooney last week. They're looking for a little better game this week. Youngstown East quarterback sets up under center. We have a power I backfield. There's the handoff. Close. And he is taken out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And we have a late flag in there. Might have gone a little bit too much with that. Looks like number 19, Leon Bell, the ball carrier for the Youngstown East Panthers.
Now, if there's a penalty, you want to zoom on the referee with the white hat.
Let's see what the call is. It's like a 2-yard gain on a play.
Stay with him.
Oh, he the one that called the things? Okay. I never know that.
And we have a face mask call on the Raiders. And a personal foul call.
Face mask against the Raiders.
Personal foul face mask against the Raiders. That's going to add 15 yards on that. That's not the way we want to start.
That's not good for Harding, but it is good for East, getting better field position.
It looks like a face mask on the play, and then a dead ball personal foul. So the Raiders just picked up 30 yards in penalties on one play right there. That moves the Youngstown East Panthers all the way up to the Harding 44-yard line. Again, in that power I. Big defensive surge, the handoff. Again, too, looks like Leon Bell again. He picks up, looks like 3 up to the 40-yard line. 4 yards.
Every yard is going to help the East offense.
Absolutely, and they've got they've picked up a lot of yards already. That penalty really helped them out. Now there's a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 from the 40. Number 16, Thomas Steele, the quarterback for the Youngstown East Panthers. Leon Bell, the ball carrier. And he gets it down close to a first down. They had him way back in the backfield. They got around the end.
Number 19, Leon Bell.
He's going to get that down close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be third and a very short one.
That looks like a yard.
Third and 1, 8:42 left in the first quarter.
Third down and 1. The ball's
Harding
on the
Raiders up
5.
7-0 on a Lynn Bowden to Jalen Hook's 4-yard touchdown pass. The East Panthers have not varied their offensive set at all so far. 3 backs. And this time the Youngstown, oh, he surges at second. Everett's going to get him the first down. They had him stop behind the line of scrimmage.
That O-line really helped the running back out
Yes,
by
they
pushing
did.
him up.
Number 2, Michael Lawrence, the ball carrier. Second effort gets the Youngstown East Panthers the first down. First and 10 at the Raider 33-yard line. And the Panthers are driving early
First down
in this
and 10. The
game,
ball's on the 33-yard
helped by
line.
a couple of 15-yard penalties on one play. Steele brings the Panthers up to the line of scrimmage. He's still under center. 3 backs behind him. We have timeout for the Youngstown East Panthers.
If you're seeking relief from knee or hip pain, choose the gold standard in orthopedics. Jungle Memorial is the only hospital in Ohio to receive the Joint Commission's gold seal of approval for advanced joint replacement surgery. Visit bcortho.net to learn more. The AAC is proud to announce 717 Credit Union as a corporate sponsor of our conference. Thank you to 717 for their support of our student athletes, teams, and the schools of the AAC.
That's almost a typical start for the Raider defense, Jay. And they kind of teams move early on till we make adjustments. So we'll see if the Raiders can make those adjustments early and stop these guys before they get into the end zone.
Yeah, you're right. You don't want to stop, or you don't want to start making adjustments at halftime. You want to start making them early to stop their offense.
It's only going to get tougher from here. Howland's coming in here next week. Howland's going to bring a good football team. Then we go to the playoffs, and everybody's good in the playoffs. So that defense has to get on track here. Let's see if we can stop them here. First and 10, 33-yard line of the Raiders. And back to pass for the first time tonight. And that ball's going to be picked off. Marlon Richardson picks it off. He takes out the 35. It's going to be first and 10 Raiders at about the 36-yard line. Marlon Richardson with the interception.
That's really going to hurt the East.
Tackle to play by number 56.
Not sure why they dropped back the ball. They were running the ball real well right there on that power I set. Dropped back the pass, and there was really nobody around Marlon Richardson. He was all by himself.
It's like he knew the ball was going to be there.
We have a new legal procedure called the Panthers. Of course, the Raiders are going to decline that penalty and take the football. Looks like it's going to be first and down Raiders at the 36-yard line. That was a big play for the Harding defense. We needed that.
That possibly could be the play of the game. If Harding scores again, they'll be up 14-0.
That could turn things around really quick. If Harding scores quick here, you could have the beginning of a rout on your hands. We have 3 receivers right. Bowden takes a snap. Bowden handing up to Kayron Adams.
Number 33, Kayron Adams.
Adams looks like about 6 yards up to the 43-yard line. Second and 4 from the 43. Same offensive formation, 3 receivers right. Bowden back to take the snap. This time he fakes the hand of Kayron. Pass, and that just a little bit underthrown to Marlon Richardson.
Pass intended for number 2, Marlon Richardson.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the
Third down
Harding
and 4, ball's on the
43-yard line.
43-yard line.
Well, Mr. Bird, you can't complete every pass, but you sure would wish to.
Bowden's been throwing the ball a lot better this year than last year. Every now and again you get that pass like that. And this time faking the handoff. Bowden takes the ball. He moves left. Bowden's got some room. He's up to the East 40. Fights his way down to the East 36-yard line. Another big run from Lynn Bowden.
That is what Lynn's better at, running the football than passing the football. his quickness, his decisiveness really helps the Harding offense.
Harding's starting to pick up the pace now. No huddle on that. First and 10 at the East 36-yard line. K'Ron Adams in the backfield, Bowden. He'll take the ball. And he fights ahead for a few yards. They hit him early. He gets up to the 32-yard line. Picks up about 4 on that play. We're looking at 2nd down and 6 at the East 32-yard line.
2nd down and 6. The ball's on the 32-yard line.
6:40 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Harding Raiders. Harding driving on this offensive series after a Marlon Richardson interception.
Second and 6. The ball's on the 32.
Desmond Douglas in the backfield, and then Bowden. Bowden steps back to pass. He's got a completion. Gino Gonzalez pulling that pass in. Gets that ball down to about the 12-yard line. It's going to be another first down for the Harding Raiders.
Back on the plate by number 6.
Raiders are in the red zone again.
We'll see if they keep it spread out this time. Last time they were down there, they tightened up their offense a little bit, and they didn't move the ball too well. When they finally spread it out and lofted that touchdown pass to Jalen Hooks. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Fake the handoff. Bowden bounces outside and right. He's got a lot of room out there. He's going to take it in a corner. That was almost too easy.
Glenn probably could have walked in there if he really wanted to.
I think he almost did. He wasn't running too hard. He didn't need to. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. 13-0 Raiders. Dominic Van Winkle on to attempt his 2nd extra point of the night.
On the kick, number 82. Dominic Van Winkle on the 52, Michael.
Jaden, that's just what you were talking about, coming down and scoring quick.
That's what the Harding offense is good at.
That could be an early backbreaker for the East Panthers. Another high snap. And this time we're hooking a little bit left. Extra point no good. That's going to leave the score 13-0 Raiders.
Here comes that mascot again.
Here you'll find pediatricians to care for your child, infants, and teens. Main Saturday hours. AkronChildren's.org/pediatrics.
Looks like number 3, Michael Ramey, the man in the middle, deep for the Youngstown East Panthers. Harding kick team coming out to the field.
Now in the kick for the Raiders, number 82, Dominic Van Winkle.
So we'll see if East goes back to that run game after that interception that led to the last Harding scoring drive. They were running the ball pretty well. I'm surprised they decided to throw when they did.
Yeah. Even that 30-yard penalty helped them.
And Winkle on the kick. That ball's taken at about the 14-yard line. Michael Ramey. And the Harding coverage is right on top of him this time. There's nothing on that kick return. Let's see where they spot that. It's going to be inside the 15-yard line. Nice deep kick by Dominic Van Winkle. Good coverage. Looks like they're going to give it to him right at the 15. Maybe the 14. 14-yard line is where the Panthers are going to start this drive. 6:02 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, me?
Goes down and 10 the ball at 15-yard line.
Looks like for the first time tonight, the Panthers are going to spread it out a little bit. We got 3 receivers left. And we've got an illegal formation call. We're going to get 5 yards back right now. So the Panthers digging themselves a hole in this drive. 1st and 15 from the 10.
It's not going to help the Panthers.
They are coming out in a spread offense this time. That entire first drive, they were in tight power run formation the entire first drive. Now we have 3 receivers left, 1 right. Quarterback Thomas Steele is in the shotgun for the first time this evening. High snap. Oh, that pass is knocked down by, looks like Jawante Harbin in there. Nice play. 2nd and 15 from the Panther 10-yard line.
That penalty really did not help the Panthers offense.
I'm not sure. There are a lot of movement out there, moving all kinds of guys, and you got to watch that kind of stuff. Make sure that these players know where they're going and they're set the right way. Yeah, that digs a pretty big hole when you're down in your own end of the field. That puts East in a position where they almost have to throw the ball now.
Last time I looked, it was over 20.
Well, they go back to that power run formation that worked pretty well for them in the first drive until they threw it. Steele with the handoff. Michael Lawrence. Lawrence gets out. It looks like he loses a yard.
Not good for the East offense.
Harding defense starting to come to life a little bit. That last interception by Richardson may have a little bit of fire on him. I don't think they want to give up any more yards tonight. That's going to make it 3rd and 16 at their own 9-yard line.
Play clock running down.
East back in that power formation. 3rd and very long, deep in their own end of the field. 9-yard line. Hand off to Michael Lawrence. Tries to cut it outside. He gets a few yards.
East player looks hurt. Oh, he's getting back up.
I don't think so. Looks like Lawrence a little shaken up on that play. Gets the ball back almost to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 11. We're going to have our training staff, the East training staff, come up to check on Michael Lawrence.
I hope that player gets up and gets back in the game real soon.
You know, Jaden, they say when you pass, 3 things can happen. 2 of them are bad. East has thrown 2 passes, and they've had the 2 bad things happen. The incomplete pass and the interception.
Hoping the good thing comes soon for them.
They're going to have to punt from deep. Their punter is going to be back around his own goal line on this one. Harding's going to get real good field position off of this punt.
And that's really bad for the East defense, the way Harding's offense has been playing.
Checking the right leg of Michael Lawrence down there. Looks like they're getting ready to help him up now.
Let's just hope it's just a cramp.
He's kind of well. He's jogging off the field. That's good news. Good for him. Lawrence is running off the field, so it looks like we'll see him back again soon. He's still a little bit ginger on that right leg, but he is jogging. Youngstown East punter sets up on his own 2-yard line. High snap, gets the kickoff. Not a real good kick at all. And it doesn't take a good East bounce. They're going to down that at their own 32. Harding is going to set up at the East 32-yard line. So a big defensive stand and a poor punt from East. And Warren G. Harding, the Raiders have tremendous field position to start their 3rd offensive series of the evening.
The East defense cannot break on this play. They can bend, but they cannot break.
They're going to have to step up right here. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. Looks like the rain's quit, so we have it's going to be a cool evening, but at least it's not raining right now, which is nice. It was raining at the beginning of the evening. So hopefully that'll hold up for the rest of the night. Desmond Douglas in the backfield with Lynn Bowden this time. He sets up to Lynn Bowden's right. Bowden steps back. He passes. He hits Richardson behind the line of scrimmage. Richardson with a move. Richardson takes the ball up to about the East 25-yard line. Looks like the 26. They're going to spot him at the 26. 6-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 4. You get 2nd and short like that, Jane, you have a lot of options on offense.
Limboden can run it. Richardson can run it. Anybody can possibly run it for the Raiders.
Again, Harding with a no huddle offense. Little shovel pass. Oh, we're going to whistle that one dead before it gets going. Not sure. I don't see any flags down. But we're going to have procedure call against the Raiders. Might have had one too many people in motion when that ball snapped. We tried that little shovel pass to Javar King as he was moving from left to right behind the line of scrimmage. Somebody else must have been in motion at that point. It's going to cost the Raiders 5 yards. That takes Harding back to the 31-yard line. Let's call it 2nd and 9. 3:58 to go in the first quarter. 13-0 Raiders. We have one receiver split left. Kayron Adams in the backfield with Lynn Bowden. Bowden keeps the ball. Bowden up the left sideline, moves back in. He gets hit. He's all the way down to the 5-yard line.
The Raiders offense just picked up their penalty. And extra yardage.
And a lot more than that. You're right, Jaden. 1st and goal at the east 5-yard line. Harding offense seems to be moving just whatever it wants to do right now. The Harding offense is doing. Kayron Adams sets up to the left of Lynn Bowden. He takes a handoff up the middle. He gets hit at the 5. He pulls ahead for 3 yards. Looks like he got it down to about the 2. I think I set him up at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line for the Harding Raiders. Again, throwback night at Mollenkopf Stadium. They're in the old worn Western Reserve colors.
And those uniforms do look great.
Yes, they do. And the handoff, and this time Adams gets it into the end zone. Kayron Adams with the 3-run burst into the end zone. That makes it 19-0 Warren G. Harding. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. And it could be a long night for Youngstown East. Harding's going to try to make up for that missed extra point. They're going to go for 2 right here. They want to get that point back. Four receivers moving right. We have one left. Bowden by himself in the backfield. We have motion to the right.
Ooh.
Let's see, and
I think that crossed the plane.
They haven't called it yet. I think they're marking him just a little bit short. The knees must have been down before that ball got across the plane. So that 2-point conversion is not going to work.
That was a good try for the Raiders, though.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
19-0 Warren Harding Raiders. 2:50 to go in the first quarter.
Panthers, 0. Your classes will prepare you for a job, but your experiences at Kent State University in Trumbull.
We're going to wear that mascot out tonight, Jaden. We're doing a lot of running out there now.
Well, that's why we have 2.
Yep, we'll have the other mascot come out in the second quarter. Hopefully he'll get a chance to run just as much. Senior night at Mollenkopf Stadium, along with Warren Western Reserve Throwback Night.
A brighter future at Kent State Trumbull.
And this is pretty unique in high school football in the whole country. I don't think there's another school in the country that's throwback nights like Harding does. Warren Western Reserve Throwback Night tonight. To come out next week when the Howland Tigers visit Mollenkopf Stadium. It'll be Warren G. Harding Panther Throwback Night. They'll be in the old red and black of the Harding Panthers next week for homecoming next weekend.
Harding has a lot of options every year with uniforms.
On the kick for the Raiders, number 82, Dominic Van Winkle.
Van Winkle set to kick once again. And again, it looks like Michael Ramey is the man in the middle for the East Panthers. There's a kick. It's going to be taken at about the, I thought his knee was down. Guess not. Takes it at the 14. Gets that ball to about the 21-yard line where he's pushed back. I think they're going to mark him about the 21 on that. We got a fumble on a kickoff. It's Harding football.
That's not good for East. If Harding scores again, they're in a big hole.
And Harding is going to take over at the East 20-yard line. Fumble on the kickoff. East came out here fired up tonight. Some pregame fireworks. East was kind of dancing around on the Harding Raider head. Teams were face-to-face about 30 minutes before kickoff. I think the Raiders have kind of cooled that fire a little bit here in the early going. Bowden back to pass once again. He's got all kinds of time, looking around. Throws it right. He's got all by himself in the end zone. Jalen Hooks. That's going to make the score 25-0. 2:30 left in that first quarter. And it's looking more and more like an early evening's work for our Harding Raiders starters.
It's not so slow. It's like you have to be so gentle when you're like that.
Harding looks like it's going for the extra point this time, not the 2-point
We're
conversion.
going to bring Dominic Van Winkle back in and kick this one.
The long snapper is Michael Imperos.
Imperos with the snap.
On the snap, number 52, Michael Imperos on the hold, number 2, Ronald Richardson on the kick, number 82, Dominic Van Winkle.
This time we get a pretty good snap, and this one splits the uprights. 26-0 Raiders. Overall, Dom Van Winkle's done a really nice job kicking this year for somebody coming out for football, having not played too much before.
Soccer really helped him kick. Learn how to kick. Power kicker.
A little different on a football field. Soccer, you don't get a bunch of guys trying to hit you when you kick that ball.
Yeah.
But Dom's come through. He's done a nice job. We're going to wear that kickoff team out tonight. They're back on the field for the 4th time this evening. 4th time in 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes. 2:30 to go. First quarter, 26-0 Raiders.
Deep in the Panthers, number 2, Michael Lawrence, number 3, Michael Ramey, and number 7, Jerome Shallow. On the kick for the Raiders, number 82, Dominic Van Winkle.
Dom Van Winkle setting up the 40 one more time.
Second quarter score, Fitch 7, Gordon 0.
Looks like the Panthers may have switched their return men around a little bit. Ramey's over on the left. I can't see the number of their gentleman in the center there. And they're setting up right around the 15-yard line. That's about where Dominic's kicks have been getting to tonight. Line drive kick. Fielded at the 13. Oh, he kind of slips up there around a 27-yard line.
Number 20, Deontay Blackman on the kickoff.
Every yard East gets on their special teams can really help their offense.
Absolutely, the better field position, because if they get stuck back here where they were the last couple of series, that's going to be awful tough on them. This East team has to get something going right now. Do anything they need to do to get a little bit of momentum. They have had really none. That first drive was about the only thing they had. They were aided by a couple. Oh, there we go. Flag before anything else.
Illegal participation against the Panthers.
Looks like somebody didn't get off the field in time. And East continues to shoot themselves in the foot here. Back themselves up 5 yards before they even snap the ball. 1st and 15. Ball at their own 22-yard line in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it long. And overshoots his receiver. Looking for Michael Ramey down the left sideline.
If that pass was completed, it could have really helped the East offense get back in this game.
He had a step on the Harding defender. That could have been big for their momentum, but unfortunately, 2nd and 15. East has thrown the ball several times. They've had no completions and an interception. Again, back in that. Oh, high snap. That's going to push East all the way back to their own 6 or 7 yard line.
Hope the quarterback's all right. He lost his helmet on the play. And I think the rules are if you lose your helmet on the play, you have to sit out a play.
Yeah, if that helmet comes off, you have to go off the field for a play. That is correct, Jade. Good call. 3rd down and 30. Youngstown East on their own 7-yard line. They just cannot get anything going. That first drive, they looked pretty good. They were running the ball well, and they've had absolutely nothing since then. Back to that spread offense. This time a little better snap.
Backup quarterback.
Oh, almost picked off.
Quarterback number 16, Thomas Field pass.
Looks like Javar King might have been in there.
The East needs to stop passing and start running the ball again, because the only thing that are happening are the two bad things.
They've had, that's right, they've had nothing go on with those passes. Javar King almost with the pickoff. I think if he gets his hands on that and hauls that in, that's another 6 points for Harding right there.
And digging a bigger hole for East.
And this time, the East punter is all the way well in his own end zone.
Number 2, Richardson.
And again, a really shaky punt. And that ball is taken by Marlon Richardson on a run. He's going to take this one in and score. I think East was just kind of trotting down there, hoping to down that one. Marlon Richardson came in out of nowhere, got that ball on the first bounce, raced it right in, almost untouched in the end zone. 32-0 Harding, 1:40 left in the first quarter. You got to stay on your toes out there.
Like I told you earlier, East would have to play all 3 sides of football. Special teams probably the most important.
And I don't think they've played any of those sides yet, Jaden. Poor punt out of their own end zone, bounced around the Harding 23-yard line. I think the East punt team was just going down there, just hoping to down that ball. Marlon Richardson raced in out of nowhere, fielded that ball on the first bounce at full speed, got it in stride.
Some defensive players coming on a little late.
That coverage team had no chance. And again, Harding is looking for 2 here. We got a whistle down there. We got a flag in the defensive backfield for East. So many guys coming in and out again, probably another illegal participation penalty. They don't know who's coming and who's going on that side right now. That's going to split the difference. Harding's going to get that, move it up to about the 1.5-yard line for this extra point.
That actually could be bad for the Raiders because it makes it a harder angle to kick in.
Well, I don't think I'm not sure they're kicking this time, Jenny. I think they're still trying to get that one of those extra points back because they've missed 2 of them now. They're going to try to go for 2 here. It looks like they waved off the penalty. I think Harding didn't. Well, I think you're right. Harding wanted the more room there, so Harding waved it off themselves. That gives them a little more space to work that offense. And Bowden keeps the ball up the middle, almost untouched. 2-point conversion, good. That makes it 34-0 Warren Harding. 1:40 to go in the first quarter.
East Panthers, 0.
The Harding's playing. I think they want to score 100 points in this game.
I think they could if they get it going this rate. I don't think Coach Arnold's going to run the score up like that. But we will have the continuous clock starting soon. This is going to be a quick night tonight. That clock starts. With the way the East offense looks, I don't see them getting on the board and cutting this deficit. So that clock's going to start running pretty soon.
Schedule your free before and after digital scan and smile consultation. We don't just straighten teeth, we change lives. D for the Panthers, number 2, Michael Lord, number 3, Mike Randy, number 7, Joel Schauer. On a kick for the Raiders, number 82, Dominic Van Winkle.
I think my mom's one of them.
And we go, a little squib kick this time. East going to cover the ball at their own, looks like about the 37-yard line.
That's probably
Minute 38 to go in that first quarter. Warren G. Harding Raiders up 34-0.
probably the best field position they're going to get tonight.
Youngstown East drove the ball down into Harding territory early to start the game. An interception ended that drive, and they have had absolutely nothing positive happen since then. A couple of costly turnovers, the interception, a fumble on a kickoff. We have two receivers, wide left, wide right, one back in the backfield. Steele back to pass, he gets the pass off, and there's another interception. It looks like Marlovich again. He might take this one all the way to the house. And there is another Harding touchdown.
Number 2, Marlon Richardson. Vincent from 50 yards out of the interception.
50-yard interception touchdown return. Marlon Richardson. Richardson just ran that punt back, so he's had a pretty eventful couple of minutes right there.
I think East should just take their quarterback out the game, stop passing the ball, and just run it.
That seemed to be the only thing that worked for him early. Once they started passing, it's pretty much gone really downhill for him. Marlon Richardson has had a heck of a 30 seconds out there. He just ran a punt back in. And on the first play from scrimmage after the kickoff, he picks off the East quarterback, takes it back 50 yards for the Harding score. 40-0 Harding Raiders, a minute 24 in the first quarter. Harding looking for two once again. Three receivers left. Bowden in the backfield. And number 24, Isaiah Wells, takes that in for the two-point conversion. 42-0.
32. East Panthers.
And that clock is going to run non-stop now. We're going to get out of here early unless East can find a way to score and cut that deficit to inside 35 points.
They're going to have to pull off a miracle, maybe. And that mascot's legs are going to be gone by the time this game's over.
When he gets another minute and a half, he can take a break, and the other Harding mascot can take over in the second quarter. 42-0, Warren Harding in the first quarter, minute 24 left. And this has just been a nightmare first quarter for the Youngstown East Panthers. Good solid drive to start the game, and since then, and it's just been one disaster after another. On the bright side, they're probably not going to have to face Lynn Bowden and Marlon Richardson much longer. Another squib kick from Dominic Van Winkle, picked up at the 30-yard line. He is met at the 35. Number 11, Isaiah McBride for East on that return. Check that. Number 13, Mark Aaron Jr. gets that ball out to what appears to be the 36-yard line. East has had good field position the last two drives, Jade, and they just haven't been able to do anything with it.
Penalties, interceptions have really hurt the East offense.
Yes, it has. Let's see if they try to stay with that passing game. They've had absolutely nothing good happening with that passing game. I don't think there's no completed passes, a couple of interceptions, a couple of knockdowns. Number 16, Thomas Steele, sets up a quarterback back in the shotgun position once again. And looks like he's going to throw. Throws to the right sideline. There's a catch at the 40-yard line. Number 3, Michael Ramey. Ramey's going kind of the wrong direction, back to the 35. Caught that ball at the 40. And he's going to go down about the 37. Kind of ran backwards there for a little bit, trying to find some running room.
I think they possibly might have lost yardage on that play.
That was a lot of activity to pick up maybe 1 yard.
Oh, when he goes back to pass benches.
Actually, it looks like they're giving him about 3 yards on that play. Take the ball out to the East 39-yard
Third
line.
down and 6, the ball's on the 39-yard line.
Public address announcer calls a 2nd and 6, more like 2nd and 7. Another shotgun snap. High snap once again, bobbled by Steele. He gets the ball off to number 5, Robert Allen. Allen is met at the line of scrimmage, and again, no yardage on that play.
Something's wrong with their center and their quarterback with high snaps. They're not good snaps.
That play never had a chance. The timing was really messed up on that high snap. Quarterback had to bobble it, hauled in. He got it off to Robert Allen, but by the time he got the ball to Robert Allen, the defense was all over. That's the end of the first quarter. End of first quarter, 42-0. The Harding Raiders all over the East Panthers early tonight, early and often.
Harding could possibly won this game in the first quarter. If East wants to win this game and make an epic comeback, they need to start digging out now.
And it kind of looks like, Jaden, the game is so lopsided right now, we're going to shorten the quarters a little bit. They got 8 minutes up on the board for the second quarter.
This game might end quicker than you think.
It's going to end pretty early tonight. There's, East can do absolutely nothing.
1:30 to 4, Thursdays from 1:30 to 6. Yes, that's
So it's just so one-sided. They're going to shorten the quarters, probably that and a continuous clock.
And remember, fans,
Just a real tough night for the Youngstown East Panthers. I think they were expecting a little more out of themselves tonight, but Harding has just been all over them from the get-go. Harding doing everything he can to get that bad taste of last week's loss out of their mouth. And penalty flags again. East just can't get on track with anything with their offense. There's another 5 yards. I think they're trying to get the Harding defense off balance, and they're shooting themselves a foot. They can't get themselves set for these plays. Again, spread offense for Youngstown East. Thomas Steele back in the shotgun formation. This time he gets a good snap, gets the ball downfield, and almost another pick off. Javar King on that one. He's almost had a couple tonight.
Michael Lawrence, defending on the play, number 2, Michael Richardson.
East offense has been shut out every play.
4th down and 12.
And they're not helping themselves too much. 4th down and 12.
Punting also hasn't been helping
Looks
them
like
either.
number 19, Leon Bell, to punt. And again, another really just not a real good punt. This time it takes an East bounce. Harding's going to stay away from this. Going to roll to the Harding 41-yard line.
First time I think the punt landed on the other side of the field.
He got a good bounce off that one. He needed it. Let's see who comes out with the Harding offense this time. I can't believe the starter is going to be on the field a whole lot longer tonight.
Out. Looks like Lynn's coming back out though.
And they may keep him out there for the first half just to get their reps in. We won't see him after halftime. I'm sure of that. Lynn Bowden brings the Harding offense back out. They are set up at their own 41-yard line. Hand off to Desmond Douglas. Douglas up to about the 45-yard line. Looks like about a 4-yard gain. Gonna be 2nd down and 6 at the Harding 45. I think at this point you're just going to see some runs up the middle. Harding's not going to try to run that score up anymore.
Yep, run the clock out, get out fast as you can.
And get your reserves in. Get your reserves in some playing time in the second half. Bowden hands off again to Douglas. Douglas at a 50. Douglas at a 45. The 40. Up to the 35. He's run out of bounds about the 34-yard line of Youngstown East. A little fired up down there on the sidelines. That's it. Get out of there. Keep your heads about you. Nice run by Desmond Douglas. Gonna be a lot of frustration on that Youngstown East defense right now. And the Harding Raiders are going to have to really try to walk away from some of that stuff, make sure they don't get themselves in trouble. Ball at the East 36-yard line. We have another flag on a play.
I think this is on the Raiders this time.
Looks like what do we got here? I'm not sure what the call is.
First down and 15, the ball's on the 36.
That must have been maybe an illegal procedure, maybe an illegal substitution, illegal participation call. Harding backs up 5 yards. Ball at the 41-yard line, 1st and 15. Again, 42-0 Harding. Just over 6 minutes left in the first half. There's Douglas up the middle.
Number 15, Desmond Douglas, the ball carrier. Tackle to number 6, Maurice Pickard.
Douglas takes ball up to about the 33-yard line. Look, about 8-yard gain, 2nd and 7. 42-0. We've got continuous clock. We got short quarters. Gonna be an early night.
Harding's backup quarterback is warming up on the sideline right now.
I got to believe this is the last offensive series we'll see our starters in. Richardson in motion from right to left. Another handoff to Douglas, up the middle again. A lot of running room. He's at the 20. He's at the 15, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Harding. 5:32 left in the first half. 48-0. Harding Raiders.
33 yards out.
It's not like they're trying to run the score up, Jaden. And the only way Harding's not going to score if they just go out there and lay down. They're just running plays. East just can't do anything with that offense. They're just completely outmatched.
I feel like some of the East players are giving up.
It's awful hard. You're this early in the game. You're down 7 touchdowns now. And it's awful tough to keep your focus and come out and try to play. Van Winkle with the kick. It's good. 49-0 Raiders. 5:32 to go in the first half.
Royal West Reserve Raiders 49. East Panthers 0.
Here comes that mascot again.
Looks like that's mascot number 2. Mascot number 1's probably pretty gassed by now.
Yep.
And the red and white, Lawrence East Side takes on Mountain Tiger. And also, the keys that were left at the Raider Bombs table are waiting for its owner at the Gridiron Club stand. Second quarter score, Lakeview 21, champion 0.
Van Winkle back on the kick.
On the kick for the Raiders, number
His last couple kicks have been little squib kicks. Just trying to prevent any kind of return.
Even though I don't think that would help the East away there in a hole.
I think you're right, Jane. I think we just go ahead and kick away.
Our producer Frank Bozak's bringing us food. Halftime's coming up.
And another little squib kick. That's picked up about the 27-yard line. Number 25, Marcus Finkley for East. Brings the ball out to about the 34-yard line.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. The East offense has really done nothing.
Looks like another East player down.
This is not good for East. Hope
Once
he gets
again,
back better.
Senior night at Mollenkoff Stadium, and also Warren Western Reserve Raider throwback night. Tom Bird on hand here with the play-by-play. Jaden Stambolia with the color analysis, doing a fine job.
Oh, I thank you, Mr. Bird. You're doing a fine job by
Thank you,
play-by-play,
sir.
too.
5:25 left to go in the first half. The Harding Raiders have just absolutely mauled these Youngstown East Panthers. It's 49-0. If you're just joining us, East came out. They took the opening kickoff. A couple 15-yard penalties, a face mask, and a personal foul in the same play gave East a quick 30 yards downfield. Ran the ball fairly well into Harding territory, and then finally attempted a pass, which was picked off by Marlon Richardson. And it has been pretty much downhill for Youngstown East since. They've had nothing positive happen.
They just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
We've had some motion penalties, just like not able to get their offense too set at all. A pick six by Marlon Richardson after he returned a punt for a touchdown. Marlon Richardson with 2 touchdowns in a span of about 25 seconds. Lynn Bowden with a few of his trademark big runs. They just can't stop him.
The East player is getting up.
That looks like number 3, Michael Ramey. And that doesn't look good. They're helping him off. He can't put any weight at all. Looks like that left leg. He can't put any weight at all on that left leg, and that's too bad.
Hope he gets better soon. Hopes he's able to play next week.
They are taking him off the field very slowly. That left leg looks to be in a lot of pain. And that's one of those things you hate to see. You get a team that's just so terribly outmatched, and
they hurt himself.
Eventually, the injuries start to pile up. One of the reasons we got to shorten these quarters, and we have the continuous clock to kind of cut down on that. And we're still getting young Ramey off the field. He's up, he is walking, but he's taking a lot of assistance doing it. Can't put any pressure on that left leg as they get him over to that Youngstown East sideline. Starting to see some new faces on the Harding side of the football.
Pass again.
And that's that was awful close to a backwards pass, but they're calling it forward, so it's incomplete. Try to get that ball to Tyrone Jefferson in the backfield.
Steal pass intended number 4, Tyrone Jefferson.
2nd down and 10. East owned 35-yard line. They've had some good field position the last several kickoffs, but they just cannot move the ball.
And penalties do not help.
Penalties aren't helping them. They've just been thrown completely off balance by that Harding defense so far tonight. 3 receivers right. Steele. Oh, that ball is batted down by Harbin, and they're going to call it forward. Those are awful close to backwards passes, almost fumbles. Jawante Harbin bats that ball down. 3rd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Harding's defense is pretty explosive tonight.
Second quarter score, Hudson 7, Wadsworth 6.
It's him and the guy in red.
Clock did stop on that incomplete pass. Apparently they shortened the quarters. They're not stopping the clock. They're going to stop it as normal on the incomplete pass. 3rd and 10, East 35-yard line. Steele in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 right. Another high snap. Steele looks downfield, lost it towards that right. Oh, almost picked off. Gino Gonzalez on the defense that play. Very close.
Number 4, Tyrone Jefferson. Defended on the play by number 20, Gino Gonzalez.
That's going to bring up 4th and 10, and East is going to have to try to punt again.
On the punt by the Panthers, number 19,
And the punting game for East has been nothing short of dismal this evening.
Probably averaging around 15 to 20 yards.
And that might be generous, Jaden.
Second quarter score, Campbell 7, Brookfield 6.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. That snap never even got to the punter. Harding covers it at the 21-yard line. And Jaden, you said it earlier, it just really looks like this East team has kind of given up.
The punter didn't even try to dive.
There was no attempt at all to try to cover that ball.
Well, do they get like the band and stuff?
Second quarter score, Chardon 20, Rush 7. Check that
5
14.
minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. Harding's going to take over on the fumbled snap at the East 22-yard line. 49-0 Raiders. 4:53 clock running in the second quarter. And it looks like Marco Vogel into quarterback, number 10. I think Lynn Bowden is done for the evening. He hands that off to number 33, Kayron Adams. Takes the ball up the middle for a few. He's going to get 5 on that play. 2nd and 5. He's going to move the ball up to the 17-yard line.
Number 8, Alex Payavis is coming into the play.
Payavis brings the play in. Good pickup on that. Vogel in a shotgun. Kayron Adams lines up to his right. Hand off to Adams, and he is met in the backfield for no gain. Probably going to lose a yard there.
Number 33, Kayron Adams, the ball carrier. Time to play with number 8.
And again, I think you're going to see more and more frustration on that East team as the night goes on. I think that play was awful close to almost a late hit, throwing Adams down almost after the whistle.
Glad their defense is playing.
Jeremy Wilson, number 17, brings a play in for the Raiders. Isaiah Wells in the backfield with Marco Vogel. There's the snap. Vogel to pass. And he completes that ball. Number 21, Jakubek, Troy Jakubek on the catch. Nice diving catch down there around the 10-yard line, down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Raiders at the 8-yard line.
Jennifer Lovett, please report to the press box. Jennifer Lovett, please report to the press box.
Payophilus again bringing the play in.
Payavis offers Raider offense speed on the outside.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Vogel in the backfield. Isaiah Wells to his left. Vogel keeps it. We have whistles on the play. That play's being blown dead.
Don't know what the penalty was.
Looks like Harding's backing up a few yards.
Number 17, Jeremy Wilson coming into play.
Yeah, that was a 5-yard penalty on Harding. That brings the ball back to the 13, and it is 1st and goal from the 13-yard line. 2 receivers wide right for Harding. Vogel in the backfield. Isaiah Wells lines up behind him. There's the snap. Wells with the handoff. Wells pushes ahead to about, gets back to the line of scrimmage, really, at the 13. Really no gain on that play.
Number 34, Isaiah Wells, the ball carrier.
That's going to make it 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line.
Second down and goal, the ball to the 13-yard line.
Isaiah Wells lines up to the right of Marco Vogel, quarterback. 2 receivers wide right for Harding. There's a snap. Vogel's going to keep this one. He's going to go up the middle. He's got room to run down to the 5. He gets hit at the 5. It looks like they're going to stop him there.
Penalty on the field.
We got flags down. Vogel had a nice run up the 4-yard line. Let's see what the call is. Looks like we get a personal foul on East this time. Again, that frustration mounting on that defense. You're going to see more and more of that.
penalties have came on both sides for East, offense and defense, not helping them on either side of the football.
That's going to cut the distance in half. 2nd and goal at the 2. Isaiah Wells lines up behind Vogel. Again, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Vogel takes a snap, and there's a fumble on the play. And East is going to cover that about their own 2-yard line. Wells never really got his hands on that handoff. He had that ball, was bobbling around about the moment he got his hands on it. East is going to take over on their own 2-yard line. 56 seconds left in the first half.
Too bad they didn't come too earlier for East. It could have really helped them.
They could have used that about 10 minutes ago. You're right about that.
Could have shifted the momentum because we had a whole completely different game.
Well, the good news is East finally gets something to go their way. They have the ball, but the bad news is they are backed up to their own 2-yard line, and their offense really has not done a good job hanging on their ball. They better hang on to it here. Harding could score again yet before this half is done. Looks like East is still looking to try to get an 11th player on that field. They've had trouble getting all the guys they need out there all night long. And several illegal participation penalties. Quarterback sets up under center. Thomas Steele still in there. Handoff up the middle. He's going to get nothing. They're going to call that forward progress at about the 1-yard line. Actually, looks like he'll get back to about the line of scrimmage, back to the 2. 2nd down and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Number 2, Michael Lawrence. Target of him by host the Raiders.
Harding looking to convert a safety on this play.
I think looks like East is going to be content to just really try to run the clock out with no further damage. Down to 10 seconds left in the half. I take that back. Steal back the pass. He throws the ball long. He gets that complete. Out to about the 34-yard line. I think that's our first complete pass of the night right there. 4 seconds left in the half. East will have the ball 1st down and 10 at the 34.
They tried doing that earlier in the game, but missed a wide receiver. That could have changed the game too early.
They had a couple open receivers, but quarterback couldn't hit him. He hit him that time. 32-yard pass. And again, that's the only pass I think they've completed so far in the first half. They're trying to do something with 4 seconds left. Steal back the pass again. He's got some time. Again, lets it go long. And that's going to be picked off by number 21, Troy Jakubik. He's to the 50, back to the 45, gets it back to the 40-yard line of East. That's going to run the half out. Halftime at Molotov Stadium. Warren G. Harding Raiders 49, the Youngstown East Panthers 0.
An East player is hurt on the field again. Hope he can get up and be ready back by halftime.
And yeah, it looks like we have another East player down.
You really hate to see these things.
Tough first half for Youngstown East. They came out early and moved the ball well down the field until an interception by Harding on that first drive. And it has been all Warren G. Harding since then. And another East player, looks like number 55, Will Howard, coming off the field a little bit slowly. Teams have cleared the field. Youngstown East band ready to take the field for their portion of the halftime show. You sit back and watch the halftime show, the East Band, followed by our own Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band. We'll be back to you for the third quarter call in just a little bit.
Hot chocolate or something? Sure. You want money? I got it. Thank you, Mr. Bird.
Let's hear it for the Lowell Brace Hunters working hard for you guys. With the addition of our defense, we would now like to review this next hit song by Taylor. Look out, here's trouble. For our final number this evening, we hope you enjoyed our version of the platinum hit, All I Do Is Win. Thank you for having us.
traditions of the Warren Western Reserve Raider Marching Band.
Stadium, get on your feet and make some noise for your Raider Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we pay tribute to the Warren Western Reserve Raider Band, their directors, their students, and fans. Tonight we present the traditional Western Reserve run-on to our fanfare and fight song. So let's hear it for our Raider Marching Band. As part of tonight's tribute to the traditions of Warren Western Reserve High School, select band members will be wearing traditional uniforms dating back to the beginning of the Reserve Band program. We hope that seeing these uniforms bring back memories for all of those who have either worn the uniform or cheered on our band. And now our Raider Band covers the tune by the group Panic at the Disco as we present a feature selection highlighting our Raider majorette and flag line. Here is Victorious. And we close out our show tonight with a 2013 hit by the group Fallout Boy. Here is the Phoenix. And our Raider Band would like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being such a wonderful audience tonight. And now join us as we cheer on our Warren Western Reserve Raiders! And there they go, ladies and gentlemen, the musical pride of Warren, Ohio, the 2016 Raider Marching Band.
Raider fans, the Warren Western Reserve Memorial Committee is in need of your support to construct a lasting memorial to honor the students, faculty, and staff of Warren Western Reserve High School. The memorial we'd like to create is more than a statue. It will be a symbol of unity and dedication for all Raiders, past, present, and future. It will speak to us of the legacy of West Side pride for generations to come. It is our hope that this memorial will give a home to all those with heartfelt memories of the school we loved and life experiences shared in this city of ours. Plans for the Warren Western Reserve Memorial Park include a brick courtyard setting featuring a life-size bronze Raider statue with benches around the perimeter for the Raiders and visitors to collectively gather to pause and reflect. The memorial will be located on school grounds facing Elm Road. Memorial bricks are for sale online and come in 3 sizes. Please go to www.raiders.com and consider making a donation of any sort, or buy a brick online to stamp your name in history. Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to Mullenkopf Stadium. We just had a fine halftime show. The Youngstown East Band performing, followed by our own Harding Raider marching band. Teams are on the field with their final pre-third quarter warm-ups. Looks like the Harding team has made its way to the sideline. Youngstown East still in the end zone over there. They're loosening up, getting ready for the third quarter. All Warren Harding in the first half, 49-0.
East is hoping to get on board in this second half of the football game.
We're gonna see if they have come out in the second half with any life at all. They really looked just absolutely beaten and defeated, almost like they didn't want to be out in the field at the end of that first half. And it's easy to understand why. They're totally outmatched by this Harding team tonight. They've had a number of injuries.
A lot of penalties.
A lot of penalties on that side, and their penalties just in getting set up to the offense. With penalties at week 9 of the football season, the kind of penalties you really should not be having at this point, but they've had a ton of them.
Let's hope they clear them up for the second half of the game.
Warren Harding to kick off to open the second half. They'll be moving from right to left on your screen. Dominic Van Winkle back on to do the kicking for Warren Harding.
His leg's going to be tired this game.
He's had to use it quite a bit tonight between extra points and kickoffs. This is as much as Dominic's been on the field all season right here, folks. And this time he kicks it all the way off, not the squib kick like he ended up. Fielded at the 10-yard line by Michael Lawrence of East. And he's met at about the 20. He gets the ball out to about the 22-yard line. 12-yard return from Michael Lawrence of Youngstown East on the opening second half kickoff. We have both shortened quarters and continuous clock. Playing 8-minute quarters in the second half. The clock is running. So if you're tuning in, do that quick. This second half's not going to last too long at this rate.
Yep.
First and 10 East at their own 22-yard line to open up the third quarter.
Third down and 10, the ball's on the 21-yard line.
Looks like Thomas Steele is still in at quarterback. Youngstown East has their first team out there still. They are spread once again. Steele with the lateral.
Going back to the run game, which really helped them the
picked up
first
about
drive.
7 yards.
Number 7,
Jawan Showers on that carry. He takes a pitch out from Steele, gets around the corner for 6 yards, I guess. Second and 4 for the East Panthers. They're out to the 28-yard line.
Second down and 4, the ball's on the 28-yard line.
That offense is still spread. You recall they started in a power formation to open the game. This time the ball goes to Leon Bell to the left side, and there's not a whole lot over there this time. He might have gotten 1 yard. Looks like they're going to give him 1 to the 29. That's going to make it third down and 3.
Third down and 4.
I guess they get him out to the 30. It's called third down and 2. Got a couple yards on that play. Harding with many of their reserves on the field right now. Second and third team players out there on the defensive side. East trying to get whatever they can going. I'm sure they still have their first offense out there. See if they can at least get on the board tonight.
Build momentum up for next week.
Already down to 5:28 in the third quarter. Again, we've got shortened quarters. We got continuous clock. It's 49-0. Steele back to pass. He's being chased around. He gets the ball off. And that ball is picked off by by Alex Payopolis at the 50-yard line.
Zero pass is good for
Nice
number
play
2.
by Payopolis.
Intercepted on the play by number 9, Javar King.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 9. Had the wrong number there. Javar King with that pickoff. I thought that was number 8. My bad on that. Javar King with the interception at the 50-yard line.
Later, taking the first down and 10. The
Was it
ball's
number
on the
8?
50-yard line.
I'm going to check that again. I think it was number 8. I think our PA address announcer is a little mixed up on that. It was Alex Payopolis, number 8 with the interception. I'm as confused as the East offense is right now.
I think it's time for a quarterback change for the East offense.
Vogel back in at quarterback for the Raiders. Let's see who it was got the ball. Nice run up the middle. Number 25. Looks like Marty Stubbs on that play. Takes it to the 45-yard line of Youngstown East. That's going to make it 2nd down and 5 for the Raiders. 4:21 to go in the third quarter. Clock is running. 49-0 Harding. Vogel in a quarterback. There's a snap. Hand off to Stubbs again. Stubbs to the 40. He's met there at the 40-yard line. He's close to a first down. I don't know if he got there or not. It's going to be awful close.
Get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. Tonight's jackpot, $119. Winning number 291-308. 291.
They're going to call him a little bit short. We're going to call this 3rd down and 1. Again, that clock keeps running. 3:30 left in the third quarter.
Third quarter went pretty fast.
Raiders kicked off to start the third quarter. An interception by Alex Payopolis to get the ball back to Harding at their own 50. Now it's 3rd and 1. 3rd and a very short one, just a few inches. Marty Stubbs to the left of Vogel at quarterback. Vogel's going to keep it. He's going to turn it up. He's going to get the first down and a couple more. He'll take that ball to about the 37-yard line of East. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 37.
First down and 10, the ball's on the 37-yard line.
Again, if you're just tuning in, it has been all Warren G. Harding this evening. 49-0 to close the first half. Harding with the ball and moving it again.
I think East might want to call up their defense and make sure they came to this game.
Yeah, you've got a good point there. Doesn't look like they showed up. Stubbs with the ball, met in the backfield. He'll get a couple on that play. Looks like they're going to give him about 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Job on the line by number 2, Michael Lawrence.
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. This third quarter is going pretty fast.
Yeah, we are on short quarters. We're playing 8-minute quarters in the second half. The clock is continuous.
Third quarter score, Fitch 9, Gordon 7.
2nd down and 8 at the East 35-yard line. Marco Vogel in at quarterback. He hands off again to Stubbs, and this time Stubbs is met in the backfield, and he's going to lose a few on this play all the way back to the 40-yard line.
You can't make every run, but you would love to get a couple yards at least. Sadly, that didn't go that way for the Harding Raiders. Well, I mean, Western Reserve Raiders.
The Warren Western Reserve Raiders tonight. Little nostalgia, Raiders versus Panthers, but not quite like the old days. Stubbs gets tackled for a loss back to the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 12. One of the few times that the Raiders have been faced with 3rd and long tonight. Might be the only time that I can recall. 3rd and 12. Vogel back to pass. Looking deep downfield. And what? Not quite. I think we had that broken up. Are they calling that an interception down there? Yes, they are. East with the interception.
The number 10, Mark Vogel's pass, intercepted on the play.
Nice coverage by East on that play. I thought the Harding receiver had it. The defensive back for East stripped that ball away. East is going to take over. Looks like it was a touchback. He got the ball. His momentum carried him in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. East is going to take over at their own 20-yard line.
When East goes to review the film next week, they at least can say, hey, we made this interception. We may not have made every play, but at least we made a play.
One of the few bright spots tonight right there. They haven't had many, that's for sure. First and down at the 20, Youngstown East. Again, Thomas Steele, looks like their first team is still in there at offense. They're trying to get whatever they can, if anything. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Steele pitches it out. Number 7, Juwan Showers, around the right end. He looks to be about 6 yards. They're going to mark him down at the 25. Give him 5 yards. Let's call it second down and 5. Maybe just outside of 25. We'll call it second, and we're still going to call it second and 5. That is probably going to be the last play of the third quarter. Yes, it is. East is going to go over and take a breather. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. We're going to head to the fourth quarter. 49-0. The Warren Western Reserve Raiders on throwback night. 49-0 as we head to the fourth quarter.
0.
East is hoping to get something on the board before the game's over.
East wants, they need some kind of bright spot. They got to play again next week. I'm not sure who their opponent is next week. I'm sure they'd like to get some kind of momentum going here. It's going to be awful tough. There you see our score, folks. 49-0. 8-minute quarters right now. And that clock is continuous, so this will not last too much longer.
Saratoga and Dr. Bauer Orthodontics. And a special welcome to our new scoreboard sponsors, Eastern Gateway Community College, Eastwood Mall Complex, and Northeast Ohio Orthopedic.
Senior night at Mollenkopf Stadium, honoring our senior football players, our senior cheerleaders. Can't ask for much more on senior night, 49-0. And it's also Warren Western Reserve Raider throwback night. You see our Raiders in the old Warren Western Reserve black and gold colors. You see the writing on the back of the jerseys. That's not the players' names. That is the chant that Warren Western Reserve used way back when. We will win, and they have certainly done that tonight.
Seniors are pretty happy the way they played.
Another incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 at the 25 for Youngstown East.
Michael Ramey.
Steele trying to get the ball to Michael Ramey.
Final score, Cleveland Heights 15, Shaw 10. 3rd down and 5, balls on the 25-yard line.
3rd and 5 for Youngstown East. Their own 25-yard line. 7:22 to go in the ball game. Again, short quarters, continuous clock. This pass is complete. This Michael Ramey. Oh, nice big hit. He gets the ball out to about the 34-yard line. That's going to be a first down for East.
Still pass, I believe, number 3, Michael Ramey.
I'm not sure when the last time East got a first down was.
Especially on 3rd down and long.
They did have that 32-yard pass completion towards the end of the first half. Other than that, I think maybe a couple first downs in that opening drive, and that would have been about it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
2 wide receivers left on the short side of the field. Steele with the handoff to the up back. And looks like a fumble. Yes, we have another fumble. It is Harding football at the East 46. Another turnover for East. Recovered by number 21, Troy Jakubek.
Harding's defense having a heck of a night. Couple interceptions, a pick 6, couple fumbles too.
Fumble recoveries. And the Youngstown East Panthers just simply cannot get anything going for any length of time at all. They had a couple nice plays on that drive. And that was actually a nice run until that ball got coughed up.
I think they only passed the 50-yard line one time, and that was the opening drive of the game.
That might have been about it. Harding didn't score in the third quarter at all, but then again, you've got the short quarter and continuous clock, and I don't think they had time to score. Isaiah Wells, or no, that's not Isaiah Wells, it's Kieran.
Number 31, Giovanni Washington.
Giovanni Washington, a new face in the game. Nice run for Giovanni Washington. Had my numbers mixed up there. Looks like he gets about 6 yards. Going to call it second down and 4. 39-yard line of East. Zane Sylar, number 14, bringing the play in for Warren Harding.
Zane Sylar is a sophomore, 5'8", 140 pounds.
I think we have another quarterback in the game. Looks like Sylar's playing quarterback this time. He came in at quarterback. Gets a pitch off to Giovanni Washington. He gets a yard or two. They're called 3rd and 3.
Number 3, Giovanni.
Looks like 3rd and 3 at about the 38-yard line, 39-yard line of East. Called 3rd 4. They need to get to the 35 for first down.
Third quarter score, Mooney 6, Erskine 6.
Looks like Giovanni Washington is going to take a snap. Little wildcat formation for the Raiders.
I think that's the first wildcat formation for tonight.
He hands it off to number 86, Chris
Number
Sanders.
86, Chris Sanders, the ball carrier. Now going to play with number 56, Chris Fitzgerald.
That's enough for a first down. That takes it down to the East 32-yard line.
Chris Sanders is also a sophomore. Putting your young players out there, letting them develop for next year.
That's right. Get them out there, give them some playing time, give some experience under those Friday night lights. You know, that's a good thing about a game like this for Harding. You clear the bench off, get these guys in, give them a little bit of playing time. Giovanni Washington will take the snap again. This time he fakes a hand up to Sanders. Washington keeps the ball at the middle, and he gets some good yards up to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line for East.
Washington on the quarterback keeper.
You're going to mark him at the 25. Second down and 3, 7-yard gain for Giovanni Washington. 3:35 to go in the ball game. And again, continuous clock. It's going to be an early night for the Raiders and the Panthers. I'm pretty sure the Youngstown East Panthers can't wait to get out of here. It's been a tough night. Even with the short quarters, it's been pretty long for them. Clock keeps ticking away down to just about 3:14, 3:10 now. Looks like Zane Sylar back in to take the snap this time. Couple yards on the play. That handoff went to number 41, Ryan Royster. We're seeing all kinds of new faces in that Harding offense right now. Sylar staying in at quarterback this play. He sets up in the shotgun, number 31, Giovanni Washington, just to his left. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Washington with the ball, up the middle to 20, 15, down to about the 14-yard line. It's another first down for Harding.
Washington, the ball carrier.
It seems like every play for the Harding offense, a first down and another first down and another first down.
And I think they're still playing against largely a first-team defense for Youngstown East. They are not even stopping our third team right now. East probably has a few reserves in there, but I recognize a few of the numbers from earlier in the game. They do have some starters out there. Under 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Number 23 checking into the game for the Raiders.
It's like Jacine Sledge in. Sylar still at quarterback. Sylar pitches out, and that's a loss. He pitches out to number 27, Nigerian Ware. We're going to lose a few yards on that play.
I think there's a little confusion on that play. The quarterback turned right when the running back was going left.
Lost about 7 yards on that play. 8 yards, you're going to call it. 2nd down and 18 at the East 23-yard line. We're down to a minute left in this ball game. 105-4, just over a minute.
Possibly 1 or 2 more plays.
That's
here.
about it. Maybe 2 plays, 3 at the most. I know these young players for Harding, they'd like to put a score in the end zone. They don't get out there too often, and they get their chance. They want to show something. Sylar's still a quarterback. Ware to his right. Sylar rolls out to the right, and he's going to get tackled. Maybe get a yard back. 30 seconds now. They're running around. They are trying to get another play off. They like these reserve players get another play off. These young guys get a chance, every chance they can to get a down in. 25 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Number 86 lost his helmet, as the rules are. If you lose a helmet on the play, you have to sit out a play.
15 seconds. I don't know if they're going to get this play.
Possibly not.
Well,
Actually, the clock stopped.
we have stopped the clock now. We've got players trying to get off the field. 12 seconds left in the ball game. Harding's going to get maybe one more play off unless they pass it. Well, even if they pass it, the clock's going to go. So I think this is probably going to do it for the night, right? There was a penalty on the play. That's why the clock was stopped. Moves the ball up to about the 13-yard line of Youngstown East.
I wonder if Coach Arnold is going to let the young players take a shot into the end zone. Actually, I don't even think they're going to get the play off.
Now the clock's running again, 5 seconds. That's going to end the ball game, folks. And that'll do it from Mollenkoff Stadium, senior night, Warren West Reserve Raider throwback night. The Raiders all over the East Panthers, 49-0. All the points coming in the first half. You hear that Harding band in the background. The Raiders will move to 8-1 on the year. They're going to close out the regular season at home next week, homecoming next week. Warren Harding Panther throwback night, and the Howland Tigers will be visiting. That could be a pretty good game. Get your tickets early for that one. There's going to be a lot of folks at that game next week.
So let's hope it's a little bit warmer next week than it is this week.
At this time of year, I don't know if we can bet on that too much. It's going to get colder. Harding trying to lock up that first round home field advantage in the playoffs, which will start in 2 weeks.
East moves to 1-8. Not a good start to this, well, not a good season at all with 1 week remaining.
East is going to have to try to do something with that last week, 1-8, and just a dismal performance tonight, outmatched in every aspect of the ball game.
I'll tell you right now, the seniors are happy on all sides of the field, even in the fans.
Well, once again, guys, that'll do it from Mollenkoff Stadium. Jaden Stamboli alongside me. Jaden, nice job tonight, buddy.
Thanks. You did a good job too, Mr.
I
Bird.
appreciate that. Thanks. A lot of fun tonight. And this whole WSCN production crew, great job tonight. For those, on behalf of those few Hardy fans out there left this evening, I don't think there's too many. Oh, there's a few still down there waiting to see the Raiders celebrate this latest victory.
Possibly the parents of the seniors.
I would think so. Senior night, probably a lot of those family members still on hand. Okay, well, I guess that's going to do it for Mollenkoff Stadium. Once again, your final score at Mollenkoff, 49-0. The Harding Raiders just totally dominate the Youngstown East Panthers as our Raiders leave the field and head back to their dressing room. The band getting ready to leave. So on behalf of Jaden and myself and the whole WSCM production crew, we thank you for tuning in and have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week when Hart Howland comes to town. Homecoming next weekend at Molotov Stadium. Get your tickets. Come on out and see the ball game. Have a great night, Raider Nation.